Last day, down we go. In an effort to survive until lunchtime, I decided to eschew the continental breakfast provided at the NAIC headquarters and went to the hotel restaurant for some proper bacon and eggs. Conference is over for me. I've come back to the hotel just to check out, although, to be fair, it's 12:30 and I have nowhere to go, so I have until 1. So I'm gonna sit down here until darn near 1, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and I'm gonna check my luggage in with the concierge, because my shuttle pickup isn't until 5:10, so 4 hours and 10 minutes. Now, as I think I mentioned yesterday, Bud and I are going to hike about 1.5 miles. Okay, that's not much of a hike, but, you know, it is uphill, to a place called Gates Barbecue, and we're going to try their barbecue. So I figure if we start 1:45, 2 o'clock, we'll probably be up there, well, an hour, 45 minutes maybe. Not sure what my walking speed up a hill with a bum knee is. And so it could be as much as 3, have some food, hike back down, 5 o'clock, plenty of time. It's all downhill to get here. So we'll do that, and then we'll be off to the airport, where it's still until 7:30 for our flight. Fun, fun, fun. Plans have changed. I am going to the barbecue place on my own. I have nothing else to do anyway. It's a bit bright and sunny. Wish I had a hat. I might get a little sun. Well, it's less than 1.5 miles, so provided my knee holds out, shouldn't be a problem. Of course, it's 1.5 miles back, but then the sun will be on the other side of me, so I can cook evenly. I don't know, the Money Museum, free admission Monday through Friday. That might be worth the trip. It is, of course, here at the United States Federal Reserve. How bizarre. It's just like there are wild animals and squirrels and things, and they just roam free inside the city. It's very strange. I have reached the top of the hill. Still plenty of time to kill. And my destination is within sight. It's at the top of that next rise. Well, I've made the detour to Costco so that I can buy the big floppy hat. And I know that's kind of ridiculous, because I don't like this hat, but my wife has one like it, and my kids have them like it, and they fit the same size heads, so they can have an extra hat, or I can have a spare. But it is just a little bit too sunny, and I'm afraid I'm going to burn on my feet, but there's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can buy suntan lotion at that isn't, well, huge quantities. So unless I happen to pass something, I'm stuck. I just have to try to stay in this shade. I have reached Gates Barbecue. Because it's messy, I'm not going to touch my phone again until I'm well clear of the place. Well, I'm in Penn Valley Park, which is apparently the name of the park that's off the south side of the Liberty Memorial. So I have just walked 1.5 miles or so south, and on my way back I decided to go a different way, and I came down the back streets and ended up in this park. And I followed a little trail off the main road, hoping it looked like it would lead somewhere promising. But in fact, it's basically just a place where people come to litter and probably do all sorts of things they don't want seen to the general public. But, gosh, it's nice. I mean, look at these green things. They're just, like, growing here. It's all very bizarre. Well, the Gates barbecue was very different from Jack Stack. It's a vinegar-based sauce, so very different flavor than actually any other barbecue I've ever had. I think I actually like it. I think I like it better. There's a lot of bugs in here, some of which look a bit like mosquitoes. I think I'm gonna go back to the beaten path. Still got 2 hours to kill though. And that's just before my shuttle, which then I have 2 hours to kill before my flight. My dad used to tell me that although Missouri was very green, one of the things he didn't like about it was that there were no pine trees. He loved pine trees. He loved camping in pine trees. He loved the sound of pine trees. He just loved pine trees. Here I am in Kansas City, Missouri, not far from where he grew up. And I do believe that's a pine tree. And I do believe that one over there, not this one, but the one behind it, is another pine tree. Well, so much for that excuse. I totally missed it, and it's not going to happen again on camera, but if you can tell, this field is filled with dandelions. Now, we have dandelions back home, but, you know, they don't pop up a lot. But this field has got thousands. And we just had a big gust of wind, and they just got picked up and blown through the air right in front of me, like, almost like snow. It was kind of cool. Here's another weird thing. Look at all the cars. Stretching the parking lot all the way up there and on to the dog park, which is where we came from. Yet there are no people in the park. The only people here are about 10 people in the dog park. Everywhere else, empty. Here's another look at one of the cool old buildings in Kansas City. I mentioned this one the other day. That's the IRS, or Internal Revenue Service. For those of you who may not know what the IRS is in the United States, it's basically income tax people. So they're probably not too popular. They probably don't get a lot of visitors, at least not willing ones. I love the Art Deco eagles on the side of this building. And that was it for the trip. Here we are disembarking the plane. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.